Hey Evo, I just wanted to make a quick screencast to demonstrate my geolocation app that I built in React Native. This is an iOS app, and what I've done is you can see here in my app.js file, I've built just separate components like title, position watch, my map, and get position. And in the get position component, that's where I've linked it to the Firebase backend. And then in the app.js file, I've structured it all under a render content function so that when I log in, it will render the content once the authorization is true. If you're verified authorized, then it will bring you to this home app page. And then I'll show you in a second when you log out. So when authorization is false, it takes you back to the login screen. But anyway, what it does is this position update component gives you your live position in decimal degrees in latitude and longitude, and that's via the geolocation API built into React Native. And the My Map component is built on the map view structure, which was created by Airbnb. And so I learned about that and learned how to implement it into this app. And then the get position component is simply just a button. You click save location, and then it goes into my Firebase backend here. So these were the two that were just, this one was previous, and these are the two that were, oops, sorry, the two that we just added. You can see them populating the database there. And then since the authorization was a requirement for the project, I used the Firebase authorization. So you go log out. This takes you to your login screen. And I just set up a couple of test usernames and passwords. So I've got test@test.com and password. And that logs you in. So, oh, and just for debugging purposes in the simulator, the reason it's showing a California location here is that you probably already know this, but in the Xcode iPhone simulator, this is a feature called Freeway Drive, and it simulates that you're driving around the California freeways there with your phone. So that's why it's at this location, and you see it moving. I didn't intend to build it with moving map functionality. This is just a way to show that it's recentering every time it moves. I think I have it set to 250 milliseconds or something like that, but there is a little lag in the system, but you can see there. So the way you would use this app is if you had any kind of GIS duties at your job or even for geocaching, but it's basically just to replace people going out and logging GPS locations and writing them down on a piece of paper and going back to work and entering them in a database, because apparently a lot of people still do that. So anyway, this was my final project, and I still want to add a couple of functions. I want to add a notes field to the database, so you can just put a quick note in there on what the location is that you've logged, and then also a way to display them or access which locations you've logged here through the app. But anyway, it's been quite a while, and I wanted to just send it to you as is in its current working state, and I hope you're doing well.